Yo, what's going on, guys? It's John here again today from Toxic Spikes, coming at you with another Pokemon narrated Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. I realized I took a bit of a break since my last time. I actually recently got a promotion at work, so I've just been really busy doing a lot of work-related things. But don't worry, haven't forgotten about my channel. I actually got a little notification on my phone today about getting a new subscriber, and every time I get even a single subscriber, it kind of reminds me, yeah, there are people that watch these videos that actually want to see fresh content, so I gotta kind of keep up with my obligation to you guys, and that is providing you with some fire OU battles. So anyways, I've been experimenting. I dropped a little bit in ELO. I personally know if I play Hyper Offense, if I play Trick Room, I can get up into the top 500. I've even made it into the top 100 before. But I want to be a much better, well-rounded player. I feel like the better you are at every playstyle, the more you understand it, the more you're able to play against it with the playstyles that are your forte. So I really did just kind of made a new account, allowed myself to start back from the beginning and build up, and I've been experimenting a lot with balanced teams. So here today, I've got a pretty heat balanced team I've made for you guys. This one's starring Ambipom. For those of you who used to watch my channel way back in the day, like 6 years ago when Diamond and Pearl was still a thing, I used to love Ambipom. I used to use him in I used to use him in OU games. Back then, he was actually a UU Pokemon, and he's definitely fallen out of favor. So hopefully he pulls through for us today. Looks like we've got an interesting team we're up against. We got some standard Tapu Koko, probably Ash Greninja, Landos therein, but we also have a Venusaur and a Metagross, so I can respect that. So anyways, I'm going to lead in with Sableye. You kind of have to lead in with Sableye. Otherwise, it's very difficult to switch him in and actually take advantage of his Magic Bounce. So Sableye is on this team. It's weird because it's not a full stall team, but I just found that he pairs so well with Chansey that I kind of couldn't afford to not have him on the team. And I've really been experimenting a lot with using Sableye on balanced teams and outside of a stall environment. I've been liking the results. People might disagree with me. They might think he has no place on a balanced team, but I don't know. I think you can make it work. It's possible. I mean, Chansey can work on balanced teams, so why not? Anyways, I'm going to go to Chansey. The only reason he would actually be running Dazzling Gleam is because he specs. Otherwise, that move is just way too weak to actually use. And I know I can live a Meteor Mash because I have full defensive investment. Not only do I live it, it only does 33%. So, damn. Alright, so now, knowing he's going for the Meteor Mash, I'm just going to go out to Zapdos. I got my rocks up for free. That's going to be huge. And he predicts this and goes for an Ice Punch. Unfortunately, I predicted that he was going to go for the Ice Punch and that I was going to get the Static. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. You know I had no idea I was going to get lucky like that. I'll go for Heat Wave here. No, it's a 2-hit KO. He over-predicts, outplays himself, and just surrenders right there. Honestly, after an embarrassing misplay like that, I'm sorry, Dark Soul. I don't mean to talk trash, but... So that's actually going to bring my rating up to... I'm 1541. So I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, guys, I mean, playing balance is hard. It requires, I don't know, maybe it's because I played so much Hyper Offense, it seems pretty easy to me. And if I was a normal balance player, Hyper Offense might seem harder, but let me tell you, it has not been easy. It was embarrassing. I was tanking games left and right. I was struggling to break out of the 1300s at first. So yeah, playing with Ambipom on my team, it kind of got me thinking about power creep in this game and how a Mon could fall so far. And it's kind of interesting seeing how I'm up against Snorlax. And to think also how Snorlax was kind of the king of OU at one point. Now he's struggling to even remain in the RU tier. Could you imagine a world in which we see Snorlax drop down into NU. And I was thinking about how, like, you know, Gen 8 is right around the corner, and that's an extreme possibility. Like, you know, especially too because I see, I think personally Gen 8 is going to be huge. I mean, Gen 8 is going to change the whole game. They're talking about new status conditions, which is always a bad idea. They're talking about new types of evolutions, which, while not always a bad idea, is not necessarily always a good thing. I mean, I like Mega Evolutions. I like the role they've played in the game. It kind of gave life to a lot of mons that you might not have ever see play otherwise, such as Sableye. You know, in my opinion, Mega Evolutions kind of just turn Pokemon into what they should have been. You know, it's like, without having to go the Tangrowth or Magmortar route and just release a whole new evolution to kind of complete a Pokemon, they decided to just give them the Mega Evolution Stones. So we still have the Pokemon we know and love, like Sableye, but, you know, they're not complete garbage. Alright, so like looking at his team here, I think Landorus is actually my best bet, and he recognized that too, which is why he goes right to Greninja. He's most likely an Ash Greninja, so I'm going to go out to Chansey. Even if he is like the Z-Move Protein or Choice Scarf Protein, Chansey can take even a low kick pretty well. And he goes out to Scizor Mega. So most Scizor Megas actually have knockoff. I'm not about to deal with that right now, so I'm going straight into Zapdos here. And he actually goes for Superpower. Horrible choice, and man, I am getting lucky with it. You know, that's the thing. You guys watch my videos, you probably think, man, this dude, he only wins because he gets lucky. I literally, I miss like 8 heat waves in a row as soon as I turn the camera off. Like, you guys don't know how real this struggle is. So I'm going to go for Volt Switch here as he goes to Snorlax. I knew he was going to go to someone. Volt Switch on Zapdos, I think, is actually really cool. Like, yo, we could go to Ambipom here. And low kick would do a lot of damage. I'm worried it wouldn't do enough though. And I'm thinking maybe Landorus is the superior option. Although he can get outsped and revenged by a lot of this guy's team. This, and then Mamoswine's also good here. I can knock off his berry. You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to go Mamoswine here, and I'm just going to go for knockoff. If I can take the Figgy Berry off of Snorlax, that completely invalidates his set. And if he wants to switch out to anyone that's not Scizor Mega, he's also going to be kind of screwed. He had Z-Power. Yo, is this Pulverizing Pancake? Why would you even use Breakneck Blitz? That makes no sense. He has a signature Z move. Okay, so I just got completely wrecked there by a very unexpected turn of events. I'll go for U-turn. See, guys, I also get wrecked sometimes. I'm going to go for U-turn here, and actually I'm going to go out to my... So it looks like he's not Rocky Helmet. I'm going to go to Sableye just in case he tries to get his rocks up here, and he just goes for U-turn. So at least now I know this guy's definitely Scarfed. He goes out to his Greninja, which is kind of a strange decision. I can definitely live a Hydro Pump. I like how I'm like, yo, I could definitely live a Hydro Pump. Just barely lives the Hydro Pump. Okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and I could knock off here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Recover, just in case. I want him to either go for the Hydro Pump and miss, you know, stall out his PP and kind of whittle him down with Life Orb Recovery, or I just want him to switch out to someone and give me a full health Sableye, because Sableye is one of the most annoying Pokemon in the game. He's so difficult to take out. I'll just go to... he could U-turn here, but either way, I'll go to Zapdos. I mean, Heat Wave is a one-hit KO on him. He is paralyzed. Heat Wave, no reason to not go for it at this point. Simply because if he goes to Landorus Therion, there's a chance he could get burned. I could easily kill him with Hidden Power Ice too, and a lot of people aren't expecting me to have that. So yeah, Volt Switch is definitely going to be the play here. Unless he's packing some weird coverage option like Ice Punch. Lando's a pretty free switch in here. Oh yeah, this Snorlax is definitely not invested in bulk at all too. So I go out to Lando, drop his attack one stage as he goes for Body Slam and gets the Paralyze. I guess I really can't complain because I have been getting kind of lucky with the statics recently. I'm just going to go for Supersonic Sky Strike, expecting a switch into his Lando. Since it's Scarfed, he's actually not going to take it too well. But I get paralyzed, so it doesn't matter. I'll go to Zapdos here, so if he wants to try to pivot with the U-turn, he's just going to paralyze himself. And he goes for Earthquake, which is amazing for me. Oh, and he's actually Leftovers. I just assumed he was Scarf. They never really see that Hidden Power Ice coming, though. Looking at his team, he has like a few guys that can take that Hidden Power Ice well, so I just go for the Heat Wave just in case. Looks like it didn't end up mattering. I don't have a... See, that's my only problem with this team. It's not really a problem, but I don't have a Defogger because it kind of forces me to have to use Sableye well and learn to use his Magic Bounce ability. I'll just go to Landorus here, to be honest, as he self-destructs. Yeah, I had a feeling some janky option was coming out like that, so we're both down 2 Mons at this point. I've got my defensive core entirely intact, with all my muscle coming from Ambipom. This is not a situation I like to be in. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'll go to Sableye. He's definitely the safest switch here. If he goes to Scizor Mega, not a big deal. I can just, I don't know, pivot over to Zapdos. Actually, I kind of want to go to Zapdos. Barring Greninja, this is a good decision. And he goes to Infernape. Yeah, so that actually ends up working really well for me. And I can really just bully his team with these Volt switches now. So he attacks. I know I can live it. He gets paralyzed, which really sucks for him. And now that Volt switch is going to dig into him. You know, it's times like these I kind of wish that Chansey had Wish, so I could Wish Pass to him. That's something to just keep in mind for the future, I guess. Go ahead and I'll just use Fake Out here to take him out. He's not going to outplay himself. So this is going to be a very difficult game to win, only because I don't really have a way to kill his Scizor. Although his Scizor does have superpower, which means if I... he doesn't have anybody that's slow, so no one on my team is going to be able to... sorry, Zapdos really doesn't have a safe pivot in at this point. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose this one, to be honest. I mean, Chansey can come in for free here. He goes to Mienshao. I'll go to Sableye in case he goes for a high jump kick. I'm really hoping he goes for a high jump kick, actually. And he goes for... Oh, he just... Dude, come on. Come on. That was so obvious. That was so telegraphed. I go for Knockoff, which does a little bit of damage to Scizor here. So basically, there's only one way I'm killing Scizor, and that is going to Zapdos, hoping he gets Parahaxed. He doesn't, so Zapdos is gone. I don't know how I'm going to defeat this Scizor unless I get really lucky with hacks. These guys I can easily bully around with Chansey and Mega Sableye, though. Who knows? Maybe I can get lucky with Ambipom. Yeah, so I guess you're kind of seeing the, I don't want to say weaknesses of Ambipom, but just the limitations. He's a strong pivot, but not really great as like a wall breaker. I'll go to Sableye here, and this guy has Regenerator? Aw, man. Aw, man, I'm in for it. Yeah, at this point, I don't know if I can win this game. He's just going to go straight up to Scizor Mega. So, with no offensive firepower left, I'm going to have to forfeit. So, for future reference, I know that I cannot afford to sacrifice my Mamoswine like I did. So, I'll try to get in one more game here, guys. End it off on a good note. See, I told you, I definitely don't win every game. It's like, I'll have like 18, like literally, I'll turn off the camera, I'll play 8 games in a row, and it's like, all like people smurfing. It's all like insane French players smurfing on a low level account with perfectly crafted teams. And then I'll turn the camera on and it's people with like trying to make like Swoobat work in OU. Okay, I don't know what this guy is trying to do at this point. All I know is he's really not gonna like getting knocked off. That's definitely Specs. Oh my gosh, yeah. And now without the Specs, he can't two-hit KO me, so I'm going to recover here. Oh my gosh, I should have damage calced that. I could have been screwed right there. Wow, I'll just go for the protect here, seeing if he has Dazzling Gleam. I don't know what it is with these Specs Tapu Kokos recently. That is not a good set. Like, it's like usually, I don't want to be one of those elitist guys that's like, you can only use sets that like Smogon recommends. Because I mean, look at me right now. I'm using a Zapdos with Volt Switch. But like, come on, if Smogon won't even put it on their website, there's usually a reason for that. So I'll go for Heat Wave here, as his Pinsir almost dies and gets burned, and he just, I don't know what this man was thinking here. He just forfeits. I guess that's it. I told you, it's like you get a guy who just wants to stay in regular Pinsir form. Even if he wasn't burned, that wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have been done 50%. Jeez. So, alright guys, question of the day, discussion point of the day here, before I end off the video. So this new rumored status condition that they're coming out, and you know how I feel about status conditions. I think freeze should be removed from the game entirely. I think burn and paralysis are fine as they are, and I think sleep should be nerfed even further. I think it's still too strong in its current state. It's not Gen 5 strong, but it's still pretty damn strong. So my question for you guys is this new status. It's going to be like a dark type status move called Fear or something along those lines. And essentially what it does is it's going to lower this. Keep in mind, status condition means permanent, like until someone heal bells you or aromatherapies you. So it's like a permanent accuracy drop. And it's something else, like it makes you lose stab on your moves, or it makes your moves do less damage. Like, honestly, that is, it sounds busted as hell. It was like a 4chan screen cap. I'm hoping it was just a rumor, but if it's not, it's instantly going to be banned. Any move that can induce the fear condition outside, like, see, this is what gets me. If you've got a move that like 100% induces that, or like even close to 100%, like Thunder Wave or Toxic, it's probably going to be banned. What's not going to be banned is stuff like Ice Beam has a 10% chance to freeze. So like they let that slide. And if this status condition gets introduced to the game, they're going to probably have a 10% inflicting kind of move. They're going to allow, Smogon's going to allow it to be in the game, because you can't ban a move like Ice Beam, and you're probably not going to be able to ban this move. And it's just going to ruin people's games. Like if you just randomly get hit by this status condition, your Pokemon is pretty much useless at that point. This is like a super burn, but even worse. Evasion is never something you should mess with. Like, it shouldn't have even, evasion drops, like moves like Minimize, Double Team, that stuff shouldn't have even been introduced into the game. And like, this is essentially what it is it's not an accuracy drop if it's permanent. Like stuff like Sand Attack is trash because you can just switch your Pokemon out and handle it with some effective counterplay. But like when someone's permanently has their accuracy dropped, essentially what you're doing is you're giving all of the Pokemon on your team +1 to their evasion. And when that happens, like, it's just not fun. It just makes the game a dice roll. Like, you could literally get a similar effect by flipping coins and like rolling dice. It's like, I don't want to do that. I want to have strategy. I know there's always going to be an element of RNG in a game. Like, even the best, most quote-unquote balanced games of all time, like chess and stuff, you know? There's a good amount of RNG involved, but it's healthy RNG that makes the game interesting and fun. At this point, I feel like Nintendo has a lot of elements in their game that are just complete trash. It's not fun RNG. It should have either been retooled or removed a long time ago. And until we can eliminate these, Pokemon is going to struggle as a competitive format. It really is. Stuff like freezes, it just needs to be removed from the game. Stuff like sleep needs to be nerfed a bit. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm going to catch heat for that because, you know, you could get a first turn wake, but if it's like a complete dice roll. If your Pokemon goes to sleep, you have like if you get a 1-turn sleep, that's pretty balanced actually, and your guy just misses out on a single turn. But if you get a 3-turn sleep, it's almost as bad, if not as worse as a freeze. And it's like, it's worse than losing a Pokemon. It's worse than having a Pokemon KO'd. You have complete dead weight on your team, and 3 turns of doing nothing in competitive game is basically just surrendering to your opponent. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. I know my opinions are not the end-all, be-all, and I want to hear from you guys what you think about this potential new status condition. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, sub, and have a great day, guys. Peace.